And VX. Woo! And what would be a good incentive for getting more females to play? Okay.
やっぱり女の子が自分から進んでいくのはかなり勇気が、私はまあ自分から進んでいったんだけど、それはすごい難しいことだと思うから、やってるプレイヤーが女の友達とかを一緒にやろうよって誘ったり、まあもうそうだね。
It is very difficult for female players to just come in and play and get a community. So what you think is like the ladies itself, the female players have to make the community themselves. So and we also have to organize such as ladies tournament, or only for ladies to get more ladies players and make the community for ladies.
Yeah, that's actually a really, really good idea to actually have a more female-oriented community, or actually have a community for females, and then more of them would actually come, wouldn't they? That and hot guys, maybe. So, alright, so if you just popped by, now we're having an interview with Choco Blanka as well as Momochi, our two special guests from all the way from Japan. And we're going to do this question goes to both of them. And these are all questions from the community, the round one community. So this question comes from Jovian and Shen Chen, and is, what do you think makes a top player in any fighting game? And how do you think they can contribute back to the community? Thinking pretty intently about the question, I guess.
トッププレイヤーはやっぱり強いっていうのがやっぱりトッププレイヤー。そうですね。どうやって強くなるかっていう部分だとやっぱり考えてやるっていうのがやっぱり重要だと思うんで、その楽しむことも重要だし、その考えてやるっていうのも重要なんで、それをうまく両立してできれば誰でも強くなれるかなっていう感じですね。そうですね。
To become a top player is like you have to think about how to become one, and another thing that is very important is to having fun, and thinking in between you need a balance so that you can become a better player like him.
I think anything without the fun probably would no longer be any good, wouldn't it? Mm.
まあそうですね、トッププレイヤー上手くなったらやっぱりその上手い人たちだけのコミュニティみたいになって、そうですね、なんかそこだけのなんかコミュニティになっちゃってるんで、やっぱりそういう中級者大会だったり初心者大会だったりとかやって、そのちょっと下の普通のレベルの人たちをなんか、盛り上げていく、のもそうだし、いろいろ教えてあげるっていうのがやっぱり、重要ですね。
So for me bringing up the community, what he says that if all the good players tend to stick with the good players, but So if you want to make more the community even bigger, then you have to bring the beginners. You have to teach them. You have to make like a beginners tourney so that they can come into community and then we can communicate each other how to be good. Yeah, like that.
That's actually a very good idea. Beginners tournament can get a lot of people, fresh new people to come in and then just generate the community to be bigger. So we're a little pressed for time, so we'll try to skip 1 or 2 questions if we can. This question's really, this one's a pretty good question. And is using and learning every character a good way to improve one's game, or sticking to one character solely better? This is a question from Tony the Pug. Tony the Pug.
まあその1キャラだけに絞るっていうのもすごい重要なことなんですけど、そのキャラ対策とかする上でやっぱり相手の技とかを知ってないとダメなんで、そうですね、1回自分で使ってみて、あ、こうなんだとかそういうのを分かった上で逆に相手にした時にそれを応用したりだとか、まあ、あとは単純にモチベーションを保つのが僕は秋っぽいんで、その1キャラにずっとやるっていうのができないんで、まあ、モチベーションのために自分としてはいろんなキャラを使ってますね。
The purpose of learning a lot of characters is to like, because you can use a lot of characters, so to learn the characters move, so you can create a character strategy against those characters. Because if you don't try other characters, you won't understand how the other characters work. And from there, you can become better because you would know how to deal with all this move.
That's right. We're gonna skip some questions here. Actually, I think that's the last one is a really quick question. Do you feel that your experience as SF4 player has taught you anything to be useful in your working life?
例えば道ですれ違うときにこの人こう同じことでやったりとか
She uses the Yomi when the one person wants to pass you. Then you block like that. So what do you use? She uses the Yomi to actually avoid that. She's a real dog, man.
Real life skills, man. Real life skills from Street Fighter 4. Yomi. So without further ado, Tianlang, could you pass the baton to you? Could I ask more questions to these fellow 2 players?
That's right, thank you, Inch. Oh my God, Yomi people on the street, yeah. That's the code of the night. Alright, moving on, I've got more questions for the both of them. Alright, to Choco and Momochi, this is from SKZ. SKZ and his fellow clones. To Choco and Momochi, what are your opinions on the recent tier list made by Mago and Nemo?
そうですね、まあ、キャミが今のところちょっと強いかなっていう感じがあって、あとはその突進、ためキャラ、ベガためキャラ が強いなっていう、あとはアベル、ダルシム、あとリュウもすごいスト4から弱体化されたっていう感じなんですけど、まだ全然スパ4でも最上位狙える強さはありますね。豪輝もまだまだ全然強いです。
Firstly, charge characters are quite strong in this game, like Bison, Honda, all these characters are very strong in Super. And Kemi for now is a very strong character. So, and for Ryu, right, everyone thought Ryu is weakened in this version, but he's still one of the few characters that can reach the peak of the game. And for Akuma, his character, he says he's still a very strong character. So is Dalsim and Abel.
So is Dalsim and Abel strong characters. Right. Okay, so basically the tier list mostly holding true. I asked him about Makoto and Hakan being tier D in the car, and he agrees, unfortunately. Okay, like moving on, this question is from Sonic PTR. Do you get nervous during tournaments, and how do you cope with it?
なんとか頑張って落ち着かせようと考えるしかないかな。でもやっぱり緊張しちゃうから手震えちゃうんだけど、まあ人って書いてるの？
Well, obviously she gets nervous, and even she played today, her hands are shaking a lot. So what she's gonna do is she just tried to tell herself that not to get nervous, but still she gets nervous. That's sad.
Okay, moving on.